to my channel. So today we are finally doing it, and we are stitching this Stitch With Me on the Grand Library by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by the wonderful Aimee Stewart, of course. And yeah, so we've been waiting for this for a pretty long time now, I think, and I'm very happy to finally be working on it. So I did mention in my last video that when I did start it, I was planning to stitch it in a different way to usual, where I was planning to stitch each element of the picture separately and then sort of bring the picture together that way, which I tried. So I've also started this piece from the middle, which is unusual for me. I usually start in the top left. And I thought for this page I would stitch this cat. This is a cat. It does not look like a cat. This isn't the supersized piece, so not everything is going to be perfect. This is the cat's face. And then this is his tail coming around here. That's a cat, right. Anyway, so I just stitched him, and I thought, of course, this isn't the supersized or max colour piece, so nothing's going to be in HD, so stitching things individually isn't as easy as I thought it would be, because there's no real boundaries between elements. So that hasn't quite worked out. I also then went on to start stitching this little teacup down here, which is fine, and then there's a stack of books here that I was then going to go on and stitch, but I've ended up just stitching this thing cross country, which is also not like me. I never got on with it really, and actually I'm quite enjoying it, and it's so much faster than parking. I mean, my markup app is telling me that I'm going to finish this in less than 2 years. My other one, which is the same size, it's saying like 6 years doing parking, so that's significantly faster. However, I don't know. I enjoy both ways, so I will continue to do lots of different things, or else I'll get bored. So, a piece of fluff down here. Right. So yeah, I guess we'll just get started. This is being stitched on a 28 count Luganda, Brittany Luganda, and yeah. So I'm working over here now. This is the armchair that the cat's sitting on, and I'm just working on this section over here. So I guess we would just get started. How many of you are working on this piece? I'm well aware that many people are doing it. It's so funny how excited we've all been for this, and now it's here and we can do it. Oh, I'm also stitching this 1/10 stitch, if I didn't mention that. So I've just finished. I did hope to record and upload this yesterday, but I've just finished a set of night shifts at work. So yesterday I usually get home about 9 AM, and I'd hoped to sleep until about 1 PM and then get up and record this, but I actually ended up sleeping until 4:30. And then once I was up and, you know, awake and done all the bits in my house that I needed to do, it was too late to film. So here we are. It's now 7 AM the next day. So sorry for the slight delay, but that's life. Just going to adjust my camera angle because this is making my arm ache a little bit. So yeah, it's definitely nice not having to keep rethreading the needle. and I can just do big chunks of colour in one go, which I thought I would get bored of doing, but I actually haven't yet, so I don't know whether that's just because I'm really excited to be working on this or because it's just not boring. I guess only time will tell. I'm gonna have to change my thread in a minute because this one's getting a little short. I have also started implementing the business card holder floss storage thing that I was saying about. So I'll show you that. Just end this. Also, I know I say this every video, but ignore my nails. I've taken off my gel polish and I need to paint them today, but I'm waiting for something from Amazon, so hopefully that doesn't turn up during this video. So the floss storage, I ordered these coin holders off of Amazon. So these are actually quite large, like this is huge. I thought they were going to be quite small. So there's 12 on a page, and I'm not putting the entire skein in at the minute. I'm just putting a little bit in at a time. And yeah, I mean, you just open a little flap at the back. I might cut the flaps off and just have them open because, I mean, the floss isn't falling out of here. So then I intend to put them all into a folder. I have got one here where the entire skein is in there and it's a little bit thick, so I'm thinking that if all of the skeins are in all of the pockets, they might not all fit into one big folder. So that's why I'm just putting a bit in at a time. I'm just cutting a bit off the length and then taking from that, which I think is a good idea because I can then just fill up each pocket from my master set when I run out from here. Obviously, like, this has only got a tiny bit in. I'd have to put more in than that, but I'm just trialing it at the minute. So, but yeah, if I put in like this, for example, then I can just refill this one when it's empty. So I'm only having to go to my master set every now and again rather than every time I change colour. So yeah, so I've got 3 of these on the go at the minute, just the ones that I'm using so far on this piece, and it's going pretty well. So maybe this will be a long-term solution. I actually bought a pack, so there's 10 sheets of these from Amazon, and they accidentally sent me 2 packs of them, so I've got 20. So 20 times 12, whatever that is, that's how many I have. Yeah, and if it carries on going well, I'll order enough to put my entire stash in, and a folder, because I haven't brought a folder for it yet. I feel like I could have gone down a size. There is one where there's 20 on a page, so I might order some of them and just see how it is. But yeah, it's definitely been working. So just mark off what I've done. Yeah, it's been, I thought at first that I wasn't going to like it when they first came, but I'm actually enjoying it, so it's really nice not having to, you know, take my bobbin out and unwind my bobbin, get some thread off. So yeah, it's really good. I'm sorry how scratchy my voice is as well, I'm not really sure why. I'm not going there. Confused myself now. I'm going... Oh, I am going there. For goodness sake. So for this piece, because it's a 28 count, I don't really have any specific method for ending my threads. I'm just sort of cutting them. And it's been okay, nothing's coming loose, so hopefully it works out. And then when I get near to the ends, I will just, if there's anything still sticking out, I'll just cut them shorter. And I'm sort of gridding this fabric as I go. I was so worried when I first started it because I started from the middle. This isn't the middle of the piece. The middle of the piece is the page above. So then, because I wanted to start with the cat specifically, so I was trying to figure out where the middle was, and then because the markup app doesn't show the whole piece as one, it shows it in pages. I was then trying to count down the page, and then of course this isn't the next page. The pages go along this way and then come this way, and then yeah, so trying to count down and then across to find where the cat was. It was really stressful actually. So hopefully this is in the right place, because what I definitely don't want is to get somewhere near the edge and realise that I'm completely off and I've ruined the entire thing, which is, I think, everyone's worst nightmare. Can you imagine if I get to the edge somewhere and I actually have completely miscounted and I've not got enough space? I mean, this piece of fabric is a little bit bigger than I needed it. Not too much bigger. So hopefully, if I am off a little bit, I've got a little bit of leeway. I'm sure it's fine. I did count a few times. So if it's not fine, then I guess I deserve it. So I actually have a week off work now. So yesterday morning I finished work, but yesterday technically wasn't a work day, if that makes sense. I was just finishing work in that day. Yesterday was a bank holiday in the UK, so I had yesterday off, technically, even though I was at work for some of it. And then once we finish, so my work either does a 4 set of weekday nights, or you do a 3 set of weekend nights. So if you do the weekday nights, you get 3 days of rest afterwards, or if you do the weekend, you get 2 days. So the bank holiday wouldn't have counted as a day because I would have had that off regardless. So I had then today, Tuesday and Wednesday off as rest days. So I just booked Thursday and Friday off as Thursday is another rest day because we can choose to take rest days to make up for weekend days that we've done. And then I booked Friday as annual leave, so I've got the entire. I thought I might as well have the whole week off because I'm not working this weekend either. So yeah, hopefully get some stitching done. I'm gonna just come down and do these ones over here, and then go back over there. I said in my last video how we were planning to go to Wales and do the Fisherman's Walk, but when I checked the weather for Snowdonia this week, it's literally just raining and raining and raining the entire time, so we figured we would just go and do that further into summer when there's less risk of it being miserable weather. It's not going anywhere and we're not going anywhere, so we can do that anytime. Nope. Okay, I'll mark that off. Okay. I'm wondering now whether, because I haven't stitched anything, I haven't stitched anything else other than this since, when did I start this? Last Thursday? I think Thursday I started it, because my fabric was meant to come on Friday and it came on Thursday. So I just saw that as a sign that I should start it early, because this is actually my free space for Whip Go, which is called for May, but I did actually started this in April because I'm very naughty. So yeah, I haven't worked on anything else, and I'm worrying slightly that when I go back to my other pieces that I'm going to want to do them cross country, because I feel like I should stick with the parking on them, because as much as I'm enjoying the cross country, I don't enjoy the random stitches everywhere. I mean, I don't hate them, but I don't know how I feel about them really. I like to see, when I'm stitching in diagonals or rows, I like to see the picture coming together in one smooth go. So this is a bit out of my comfort zone, seeing it come together in bits. Like stitching this and then stitching this was quite nice because I saw the little pictures coming together, but that's not really working. But then this is coming along quite fast, like this chair, so I guess it's a mixture of being patient and trusting the process. Sorry if I'm not making any sense, I did just wake up. I'm just going to mark that off. I like to mark bits off as I go in small stages, just so I don't lose where I am. Okay, so I have a couple of options of directions here. Could go back over towards the cat upwards, or carry on going down. I think I'm going to do this little section here. And then once this thread ends, I will move on to a different colour. Because that's another thing I'm enjoying, is that I can choose which colour and where I'm going. I don't have to stick to the rigid, you know, pattern of the diagonals. So it's nice to be able to be like, oh, I'm bored of this colour now, I want to do this section over here, or I want to do this colour, which I have complete freedom to do, which is really nice. This is a nice thing about gridding the fabric, is here, for example, instead of counting how many stitches I have to go, I just know that I have to go one past my line. Okay, I will do those next 4 and then I will end this thread. Okay. Okay, so I've got the rest of that thread out, so I'm just going to put that into its little pocket, which was, what colour was that? 498. So my only trouble at the minute with these pockets is I haven't got them in order, but because I've just put the little stickers on them, once I've confirmed with myself that I'm actually enjoying this, I can then, if I decide to put my whole stash in, I can then put them in order, which is nice because it's super easy just to change it. Or if I want to take some out and just have one specifically for projects, I can do that. So yeah, it's definitely working. So now we're going 3853. Have I already got that one? Yes. So we have that one here. So in my markup app, it's obviously showing the extras from the other pages, so I have to try and ignore those and not stitch them by accident. So the plastic wallet, so it's also nice because it allows me to keep any extra floss that I don't use from a section. I can reuse it rather than just getting rid of it, which is what I was doing before. yeah, if I was parking, I would have to be, I wouldn't have to, but I'll be stopping to do other threads here. But now I can just carry on. And it really is so much faster. I think that it's not so bad right now because this isn't a particularly confetti area. Down here is a little bit, but up here it's quite large blocks of colour. So I don't know whether once I start coming to really confetti areas, if there are any in this piece, which I'm sure there will be, whether or not this cross country is going to work for me. But that is the beauty of cross stitching, is that if I get there and it isn't working, I can just change to parking in rows. You know, it's perfectly fine to change what you're doing and do it how it suits you at the time. Because there are no cross stitch police. You have to do whatever works for you. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of people seem to think that if you change how you do it, or if you know, do things a certain way, you can see it in your stitching, but can you really? Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that certain things, like if people stitch with really high tension and they stitch pages or lines or whatever, you'll see the lines, which is true, you can. I don't ever really have that issue because I don't stitch with really particularly strong tension. I just sort of pull it until it stops. I won't pull it tight. And I think that definitely helps not getting lines. But as for, you know, whether you're coming up in the same hole every time, whether you're using the same method for the whole thing, you can't tell. You can't, once the picture's finished, you can't see, you couldn't look at it and go, oh, they obviously stitched parking over there, but they obviously did cross country over there. Like, that's just not a thing. It just is not a thing. So, best thing to do is not worry about it and do whatever works, because your piece will be beautiful at the end, regardless of what you do. Regardless of what the back looks like. Okay, that's all of those in that area. So I will just end this one. Where have my scissors gone? There. See, this piece, it's I can save that. I would usually throw it away, but I can save that now. I know I'm only going to get about 5 stitches out of it, but that's still 5 stitches that I wouldn't have got before. Okay, I'll mark that off. And we will do these ones. See, here's a piece that I saved. Okay, I'm going to be naughty here, and there's these stitches are this colour, but there's one here that's a different colour, but I'm going to do that one in this colour because it's there by itself, and I'm not coming back just to fill that one in. Don't tell anyone. Although I do this in every video. So just to start, if I'm not doing a loop start because I'm using a leftover piece of thread, I'll just go down in the front, hold the little tail, and then just do a stitch. And call it a day. That's fine. That'll stay there. maybe be a little bit gentle on the next one just so I don't pull it through. But yeah, that stitch isn't going to come undone, and then I'll eventually stitch over this in the back, so yeah. Okay. Let's just see if there are any more of those nearby. Okay, there are a few down here. That's not too far to travel, so I will come and do those. So we've got this part. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach, I haven't had breakfast yet. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to carry on down here with this colour. So yeah, we're starting to really, so this is cross country, you know, we're going from here, we're going down here. It's madness. So this is where I'm kind of glad that the markup app doesn't show it as one piece, it shows it as separate pages, because if it was one piece, how far would I go? Would I end up doing extreme cross country? At least this way I know I can't end up doing that because I can only see one page at a time. Because I definitely don't think that I am talented enough for extreme cross country. Plus, that would mean moving my Q-snap all the time, which I definitely don't want to do. Okay. Okay. So there are no more of those anywhere near enough to justify doing them. So I'm going to end that. And I can save this piece of thread again. So there's still plenty left. So have any of you guys moved from parking to cross country? I actually, when I was young and I first started to stitch, I didn't know what parking was, and I stitched cross country then. And then after I sort of started doing it as a full-time hobby, I just couldn't do it, cross country. But now I can, so maybe I could do it the whole time. I say now I can, but who knows, this might all be wrong. So I think we're kind of going around the outline of the chair now. There's also a little footstool here somewhere, so it's probably all blends into one. How does that little thread come through there? Push that back down. There's some more here. Can I travel that far? Am I pushing my luck now? Maybe. We'll do it. Why not? So this is where you become into a little bit of a dilemma, because I've come from up here to down here, which I don't know if I like. I guess I'll just use this thread up now. I'm not going to get too many more out of it. I'm not going to look if there's any more, because if there is, I'll want to do them. So I'm going to end this one now. Well, I have to say that, you know, ninja stitches and stitches that there's not many of, are equally as annoying regardless of what method you're using. There's only 13 of this colour left on this page, so hopefully they're all in this area. No, my luck, there'll be 12 over here and one random one somewhere in the middle down here. I can see that there's 5 and I can only see 4 here, so I think I might have been right. Where is that other one? Oh, over there. Okay, I'm just going to do that one because it is the last one, so. Okay. So I think I'm going to call it a day now. So yeah, I definitely am enjoying this new method. You guys will have to let me know if you've ever changed to cross country from parking and how you got along with it. I'm definitely seeing the picture come along quicker than I thought I would, but I think that's because I'm not being completely random. I'm, you know, filling in the areas and cross countrying, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's a shame that I couldn't do the whole stitching one thing at a time, but maybe if I'd done the supersize max colour I probably could have, but that's just too much for me. I mean, these charts themselves are a lot, and I'm working on 4 HAEDs at the minute, and I have 3 others in the pipeline, so yeah, definitely I've not got enough lives to be doing supersize max colours. I think if I was just working on one thing at a time I definitely could, but I'm not, so yeah. So I think maybe this here is the edge of the chair, and this may be the fire in the background that we're getting there. So basically I'm going to finish this part of I'm going to finish this page, I'm going to finish this part of the design, this centerpiece, and then go around and work on each other separate area and have it come together like that, I think. But who knows, I might change my mind 17 times before then, so. Mark that 1 stitch off. Let's see how many we did today. 196. So yeah, we're looking at June 24 now to finish. I've spent 5 days on this and I'm on 0.6%. I've done 2,720 stitches. So yeah, you've got a long way to go, but it thinks you only need 2 years, just over 2 years. So, I mean, obviously it's going to take longer than that because that's the app assuming that I'm going to work on this every day, but I'm obviously going to, once Whipco says so, I'm going to stop working on this, so. Yeah, I guess we'll see. It probably will still take 6 years. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and happy stitching. Bye.